So how's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Now the style of this video is going to be slightly different. I'm basically going to do a live recap where I show you the recording from my trades this morning as I'm talking you through them, and I'll just kind of be explaining my thought process at the time and why I took each trade, as well as I want to show you a couple of trades that I missed this morning, because today I actually had my first red day in a while. I've been doing quite a bit better on my Apex account the past 2 weeks, but today unfortunately I had a small red day. The market was pretty choppy, and honestly I probably shouldn't have traded at all because I missed out on 2 decent setups, and then I took 2 lower quality setups and they just did not work. So anyway, let's get into the video and I can show you guys kind of what I was looking at this morning. So here I'm just kind of flipping through some stocks. I'm watching Apple, and I noticed that Apple was starting to round over, which was making me think maybe the overall market wants to start going down as well. So yeah, here I'm looking at the NASDAQ, and then yeah, so right here was the first pretty good setup that I missed. Now, this is not my go-to strategy, but it is something I'm trying to implement into my trading. And the whole idea is using Fibonacci retracements. I'm not a huge fan of this strategy, but I've noticed on these slower range days, it seems like there are some good Fib setups. Now here, I took this pivot high and this pivot low, and I drew the Fibonacci retracements out, and I noticed that the market came back up and it touched the 50% retracement, which also aligned perfectly with VWAP on ES. I'm going to go ahead and draw out the fibs on Thinkorswim. So yeah, we consolidated at low of day for a little while, and then the market made a move up into the 50% retracement, which was also VWAP. So right here on the video, I was already thinking short. For some reason, I just could not get myself to pull the trigger on this trade. It did happen pretty fast, but that's the thing with being a trader is you have to act fast. So unfortunately, I did miss out on this setup, and you can see as I skip through here, I'm just kind of sitting there. I'm watching it go lower. I'm having FOMO. And yeah, I should have taken this trade because yeah, this move was pretty good. This was more than a 10-point move that I missed out on. And 10 points on the ES is a pretty good trade. And yeah, to make it even worse, it basically set up again a few minutes later. If I skip through here, you can see, well, right here, I'm actually looking at the NASDAQ. I watched NASDAQ and ES. And so yeah, here I was going for the same type of setup on the NQ. So this is the NASDAQ market. Yeah, I took the pivot high and the pivot low. I drew the Fibonacci retracements, and we came back up and retested the 50 and the 61.8 because that's a pretty accurate one. And here you can see I just got short. I only took 1 micro contract because you got to remember that NQ moves pretty quick compared to ES. Now I'm going to show you the setup on Thinkorswim. I think the charts are just a little bit cleaner, but yeah, it was basically the same type of setup. I took the fib tool, pivot high to pivot low, and then the market came back up, retested the 50%, and this level right here is also a key level I was watching. If I zoom out and kind of show you, it was highs from like last Friday. I guess this is from the overnight session. But yeah, there was still a triple top here that I was watching, and we rejected it in the pre-market this morning. So that was my other piece of confirmation, was that it was setting up as a break and retest of this level here. And so after this candle closed as a bearish engulfing candle, I thought it was worth going short with just 1 contract here with my stop loss right above this candle high. And yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, but this is just one of those trades that really did not go in my favor. Hardly at all. You can see as I'm skipping through here, I'm already in drawdown. My stop is about to get hit, and then I just missed it there. But yeah, so right here I'm about to get stopped out. Pretty much right at the 90s, and right there we got stopped out for a $25 loss. I had my take profit level right around the 54, so it was basically a 2-to-1. My target was really just the lows here, and I thought that I could get a nice 2-to-1 out of it. I like to take trades that have a higher risk reward ratio than 1-to-1. So yeah, kind of unfortunate that it did not work out, but I kept the loss small, and I was actually going to call it there. But then later on at like 11 a.m., this supply zone came into play. Now this zone, it was respected today, but it was tested many times before it was rejected, and I was not at my computer at this time. So I'm gonna have to zoom way out to like the weekly time frame to show you this level up here that I was watching. So this supply zone goes from 13,550 up to 13,000 about 740. Now you can see this was a very clear high from last summer, and there's 2 wicks here from about a year ago that are pretty much right at 13,550. So yeah, that was the supply zone I was watching this morning. Yeah, so if I go back to the video, I can fast forward and show you where I took this trade. But even before I get to that, you can see again here I missed out on this pretty much the same exact setup on ES. The market pushed back up into the 61.8 again. It formed a very nice double top. And again, I'm just sitting here. I did not even click sell. So yeah, unfortunately, this was just another trade that I hesitated on. I'm not really sure why I was struggling with hesitation this morning. But yeah, I guess once in a while that is a thing in trading that I struggle with. So yeah, I missed out on two very nice shorts that would have worked out. And then unfortunately, the two small trades that I did take just did not work out. So and okay, funny enough, I just got to the very end of this recording and I'm wondering where my second trade is. And I remember that I already stopped the recording by 11 a.m. So I did not record this trade. Now I did take a screenshot of it and I just kind of marked out where I bought and sold. And that's what these arrows represent here. So basically I was going for a supply rejection because we got the move up into supply and then it formed kind of an evening star and this was like a bearish engulfing candle. So this is a setup I typically like to take. I was expecting a move back down towards these lows and unfortunately we just did not get it. So I went short here. Got stopped out here for another like $25 loss. So I think the risk reward was definitely there. I'm going to go ahead and draw out these boxes to show you. So yeah, my risk was about from the 34s to about the 46s. And my reward was all the way down to about the 500 level. So that would have been more than a 2-to-1 had I held all the way down to here. But unfortunately, we just got stopped out. And then yeah, at this point, the market was really choppy, and the ES was actually much worse at this point. If I go ahead and make this bigger, I mean, this is some of the worst price action that I've seen in quite a few days. Yeah, this is a very tight range. We're still in the overall range from like the past 2 weeks. Yeah, from about 40.20 to 40.70, we've been stuck in that range for quite a while. And yeah, it's just getting more and more narrow as the days go on. So eventually we'll get a move that'll break us out of this range. But yeah, for now, this is definitely a more range-bound market. So yeah, very small red day. Unfortunately, we lost about 50 on the day. And yeah, I'm sorry I did not record the last trade. The setup just happened kind of fast and I did not have OBS open. But yeah, I at least managed to keep the losses small today. So yeah, you can see here from this morning, my Apex account is at 25,530. But this is not including that other $25 loss from my second trade today. So that puts us at about 25,500. So yeah, I honestly was not that disciplined this morning considering the price action we had. I probably just should have stepped away from my computer and not traded at all. Because yeah, we were on a pretty decent winning streak and unfortunately it comes to an end today. But we're still doing pretty good, you know. We're still 1/3 of the way to passing this challenge. So yeah, I'm just going to take it slow and steady. Really try to focus on good A+ setups. Yeah, hopefully I will be able to pass and earn a funded account. So yeah, that is it for this video. I just want to do a quick little red day recap. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy when I do videos in this style rather than the other way I do it. You can let me know which one you like better in the comments. And I really do appreciate the support on the channel recently. We are approaching 500 subscribers, which is great. And I would absolutely love to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. So feel free to follow me along my journey and I will gladly continue to keep making these videos. So with that being said, thanks for watching this video and I'll see you in the next one.